Hello, my name is Lynn Mimi Strobel and welcome to episode 9 of my Enigmatica 2 series. And I'm back on my testing world because I want to look into food in this episode. And one thing that most of the foods need, um, oh, of course I mean creative. One thing that most of the foods need is some sort of fruit, either cranberries or avocados or lime. Let's see, this one requires apples, this one avocados, this one requires cloves and chilies and coconuts. All of those things that grow on trees. So, how to automate tree fruit harvesting? I set up a bunch of options here, and let's see, can I? Right, let's see. Let's go first into the different options that we have. So this is the automated user from Cyclic, which is fairly simple to make. A dispenser, magma, obsidian, and gold. It has a changeable range from 3 by 3 to 19 by 19. Oh, sorry, from 1 to 19. And in this case, a vertical offset of 1. So it's picking the blocks above it. And I've set this one to have a 20-second delay. 20 ticks. So every second it runs and checks if it can harvest the apple, which hopefully it should be doing now. There we go. And you can see we also get the sprouts, which you can then plant back on the trees if we want to. I've set this one on a 5 by 5 range and this one also on a 5 by 5, but with a 5-second delay. This bar takes 5 seconds to run. I have a farmer from Actual Editions. This has a 9 by 9 range. You can't adjust the height. That's fine though. Okay. It's also not too hard to make. Let's see. The farmer is just an iron casing, which is iron sticks and quartz, and then a nori crystal, which is using the atomic reconstructor that I showed you last time with iron blocks. Not difficult. The plant interactor, that is working. Okay, yeah, the plant interactor from Industrial Foregoing is actually quite nice in that, well, it has a range upgrade in this case of 2, so that's a 5 by 5 area. So it goes from 1, 3 to 5. That's the second upgrade. And it makes sludge. In addition to gathering the apples, we get sludge. And if you look at a sludge refiner, let's see, uses. If you throw the sludge into the refiner, you get random clay blocks, dirt, gravel, mycelium, potsol, soul sand, which is also quite nice. That's it. So it's a bonus, but that's it. Then we have the harvester from Cyclic, which does in this case a 5 by 5 area. It can also go up to 15 by 15. And finally, here is the thermal expansion phytogenic insulator. Now, if we look at the amount of apples that they're all harvesting, they've been running for more or less the same time. This one has 20 apples, this one has 19, this one has 8. So yeah, the reduced tick delay, because all these trees have 1 apple, the reduced tick delay definitely reduces the yield. This one has 1 stack, but it has more apples on the tree. This one has a few more apples on the tree and it has 43 apples and a stack of sprouts. This one has 2 apples on the tree and has 24 apples. There's one more farming option that we have. The farming station from Ender.io, which I've also tested, but it breaks the apples and doesn't replace them. So yeah, it farms them, but then that's one time only. The phytogenic insulator, which does require to be supplied with phytogrow. Doesn't actually need a physical tree. The saplings go into the insulator, it takes phytogrow, grows the tree virtually, and gives us apples and saplings. And this one definitely does the best. It yields 8 stacks already. Now, unfortunately, the machine itself is not that hard to make. It's a machine frame with some gears. It's all not too hard. You do need an upgrade. Again, not too hard with some infar and a bronze gear. And then you need a sapling infuser, which is lumium redstone server. Not massively difficult. The main problem is the phytogrow. Now there's 3 different tiers, but even the lowest tier requires either wood pulp or pulverized charcoal, and then it needs niter or nitrate or saltpeter and slag. These are, you can automate them, but not very easily. Niter you can get from crushing sand or sandstone. Saltpeter is a blood magic recipe, and of course slag comes from the charcoal or coke production. However, one other thing I want to test here is not just how well they work. I also want to test how much lag do they give. And for that we have lag goggles mod in the pack. I let this run for 10 minutes and I let it run for 5 minutes, and it's not consistent. And it's also not, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. This one, every tick it requires 21 microseconds. So a tick is 1/20th of a second, and then from that 1/20th of a second, 21 microseconds are used by this machine. 5 by the power cell and 2 by the range collector. Oh yeah, these automated users pick them, but they drop them. They don't pick them up, so we need the range collector. So this one, which is a 3x3 range with 20 ticks, does 21 microseconds. This one, which is a 5x5 with 20 ticks, which means it's a larger range, does 6 microticks. That's a third. That's less than a third. Doesn't make sense. This one, which does a 5x5 every 100 ticks, should do a fifth of this one. But it doesn't. It takes almost 5 times as much. So delay seems to take more ticks than actually running it. Now, yeah, I'm sorry, that maybe I'm crazy. Then please explain to me how this works, because to me that does not make sense. Not at all. Okay. The collector, by the way, 2 micro ticks is negligible. I'm really amazed by this one. 9 stacks, if you look at the speed at which it's going, and it only does 3 microseconds. Yes, it needs water, but water sources are easy. We've got the well, we've got the sink. 3 microseconds a tick, which is pretty cool. The farmer from Actually Editions, 5 microseconds, quite nice and does pretty good. The plant interactor 60, not so happy about this. And then 13 microseconds for the harvester, which is not doing that many apples, to be honest. So I quite like this one at 5 microseconds a tick. I like this one better, but the automation is going to increase the ticks, because I need at least a sag mill or something like that for the niter and for the charcoal, and then I need something to get me the slag. So either an induction smelter or with the pyro concentrator, and that's going to increase the tick again. So then it's no longer 3 microseconds, but probably 12 or 20, depending on the other machines. This I would have liked, and yes, this is, the 6 is not so bad. It doesn't make sense though. I'm gonna run it again, but I've ran it for 10 minutes and I ran it for 5 minutes, and every time this was the ratio. 21, 6, 28, something like that. This was always the lowest, which doesn't make sense at all. But I will run it again, and we'll see how it does. Say 300 seconds. Run world. It has finished analyzing, and again 27, 7, 31. Yeah, I'm gonna set it to a low tick with a high size. I don't get it. I mean, a 10-minute or a 5 minutes even sample should be, you know, taking care of most of the random stuff. But this is just ridiculous. So, okay. But I think the automated user does pretty well. And, you know, if I need more fruits than one, I can increase its range to 19 by 19. Or plant more trees that way. This one is also quite nice. Let's see, this one has done 2 stacks. But it's got a lot more apples on the tree than this one. Right, this one's got half a stack. So, yeah, not too fair. The collector is here, by the way, not for the apples, but for the sprouts. And this one doesn't pick up the sprouts. It also does, it does plant them. But it doesn't pick them up, which is quite interesting. Okay. I think that's enough testing. Lag goggles is really useful if you play on a server and you don't want to, you know, be a burden on your fellow players. It's really nice. I don't know all the features. I'm sure if you watch some of Grok's videos, it will tell you more. But in this case, you can see a plant interacted it most. Then the tile user from Cyclic, the auto user, and then that's me. And then the harvester, another user, 7. It does not make sense at all. So, entities by type. So that's, yeah, I think this is more clear, more useful than the analysis. Now I'm back on the server, and it's actually some time later. And I decided what I want to make food-wise. And then I learned I don't actually need fruit trees, so I did all that testing for nothing. Great. I will need some other stuff. Let's see, what do I have here? Oh yeah, the shipping bin. This is something I forgot, but Grok showed it in one of his videos. It's not that hard to make. It's an emerald, some wood and planks, and you can use this to sell stuff for emeralds. So I can sell crops, whatever, beetroots and apples, etc. for emeralds using the shipping bin. So I'll be making that. It's just a really simple block. For the farm we will need food, meat. So I'm gonna get animal feeder, baby separator, mob crusher. I'll show how this works. I need to make cheese and butter. But for these machines and for most of the machines of industrial foregoing, we need plastic. And plastic comes from melting a dry rubber, which comes from combining tiny rubber, which comes from a latex processing unit, which then requires latex from the tree fluid extractors. So that's what I've set up here. Machine frame to go into the latex processing unit. And here I've made 2 tree fluid extractors, and I will show you how that works. First, I did a small change here. I set up a cake protection system. I had forgotten about this, but this is actually good to have. Now it's been running a bit, and I have probably nearly half this crate filled. It's currently actually not enabled, as you can see by the light that's off. What happens is that the cake has a power 14 signal, and that's compared with the signal coming from the chest, from the crate. If the crate is full enough to create a signal that is 14 or greater, it will send a redstone signal there, and this redstone signal there will switch off the controller. Now I have an override here that also switches off the controller by giving a redstone signal here. Now it's on, now it's consuming, and you can also see that this inverter turns the light on there when it's actually enabled. But I'm gonna need a bit of power, so I'm gonna keep that off for now so it can charge. And this one, if you remember last time, it was doing 217 FE a tick. Now it's doing 315 FE a tick. And the reason is that I switched out 4 of the lithium solar cells for rhodium solar cells from the few crystals I had gotten already from the void ore miner. So every time you swap out one, it gives you a bit more power. I think it's 16 more or so. And I started working on the farm area, which is not gonna have trees. So yeah, but oh well, it was a nice, interesting experiment, and I learned a lot from it. So and you got to see how the lag goggles work, which is also nice. Now that is gonna be for the animals. So this is slightly higher than a block. If I place a block here, you can see it's slightly higher than a block. Animals cannot jump over it. But at the same time, the fence is at the exact edge of a block. I don't like the Minecraft fences for animals at all. Especially chickens, they get stuck in the corners. This should count as a full block for them because it's right up until the edge of the block next to it. And of course, yes, this is all chiseled. This is all going to be. This is farmland, which I will make, and I will also show you how that works while we're waiting on these. Now, if I set them down, you're gonna face the wrong way. I kind of thought you would. I'm gonna set them down like these. Now, they don't. This type doesn't require power. In 1.14, you can choose whether you want to give it power or not. In which case, it works a bit better. You give it a lock, and if you pay attention to the lock itself, at some point you will see it's taking damage. That's because this is, or should be, oh, maybe it doesn't like great wood. Let's get some oak. It's quite possible that it doesn't like the Thorncraft tree, but you know, we can also do rubber trees if we want. This is making latex, or it's extracting latex from that block. You can see there it's taking a bit of damage. The latex we're gonna store in the fluid. Well, I say store, really. I'm only using that as a means of transport, because that needs to go into the latex processing unit. Now this does require power, so I made an additional power cell. You can also see now that the whole energy storage that we have is up to 3 million, because they're all linked to the same network. This is needing water and latex. This has latex, so we're gonna tell this to push towards the latex processing unit. And this one, we're gonna say to pull from the sink and to push to the latex processing unit. And with the water and the latex, this should now start producing tiny dry rubber. It's slow, it's really slow, but it's working. And I need, let's see, for this one, I need two baby separators, so that's 4, 6, 8, and then 10, 11, 12, 14, and a bunch. Let's say we need a bunch. And every one is 9 of these small ones, so yeah. And these ones you just cook to get the plastic, once you've combined 9. So that is going. That is going. Now, these farms are not hydrated, and I don't want them to be hydrated, because in this pack we have something better than hydration. There's one. We got an actually additions worm. If you hoe or mattock grass, you have a chance of getting actually additions worms. And they are really great because they speed up the crop growth, but they also keep it hydrated. Now in some packs the worm dies after a few days. In this pack they do not. So when I right click the center block, they do a 3x3. If I right click the center block with a worm, you should see turning into farmland. No water needed. Plus they speed up the whole growth process. Oh, got an extra one. So yeah, all of these 9 farms will have actually additions worms. Also I put it in mecha torch here, so we'll be safe. So I'm going to do all the farms, and I'm also gonna try and catch some cows. So I have one here, my house cow. You know, that'll be the first. But I need more cows. I want to have at least 4 cows in my breeder. So what I'm gonna make is a golden lasso, which requires string and gold nuggets and some XP. I'm gonna make 2 of those for now. Now, if you've never used a golden lasso, it's really nice. Let's see. No, actually I could do 4. Yeah. And then we'll get some more string because we have plenty of it. 16. Now, not all crafting tables can make this, but the thinkers one do. Now, if you look at my experience from 53 levels, it goes down to 45. And oh, they don't stack. So I went down to 21. Hey, what are levels for, right? So I can take that out. I will grab a bunch more of these. And the great thing about the golden lasso is you can capture a lot of mobs with it. Not so much the hostile mobs. Hostile mobs require special treatment. But friendly mobs, no problem. Now, let's check the map if we have any cows nearby. Probably not. I don't remember where I found my cows last time. I think I went over here in this direction. So, let's see. I've got 47 rockets. Let's try. Find some cows. Apparently, if you're too high up on the map, the animals won't show on the mini-map. So I had to come down. But there should be a few over here. Yeah, I'm using my glider. Ah, look at the little beetle. Yes, I can make it a pet, I know. I'm using my glider as well because my elytra has durability. And let's see how's it doing. It's it's doing pretty bad. Now, let's have a look at this. So every now and then I use my elytra with fireworks to go up, and then once I'm up in the air, I just use my glider. Now, if I'm right, I should be able to repair it. Oh, I should be able to repair this in the anvil with leather. In newer version, you need the membranes from those what are they called? Those phantoms that attack you at night. In this version, though, there is no membrane yet, so I can almost repair it fully with just 2 leather, and enchantment cost of 2 is not too bad. The question, of course, is how rapidly does that go up? Normally, if you repair tools in Minecraft, you find they get more expensive every time you repair them. How much do we have? 14, 15. Nice. Alright, now I'm thinking I'm gonna put my machines here for harvesting. Or back, no, I think I'm gonna here, rocket right onto the machines. No, I'm gonna put them in the back. So the farmer or the harvester is gonna be right here, and it can do all these fields. And then here I'm gonna have the cow killing. So the cow breeding is gonna be here. So see, it's never been easier to transport animals in Minecraft. cool is that? So what's going to happen is I'm going to make an animal feeder. I think I have, yes. Animal feeder, which, you know, golden carrots. It's a bit painful, but that's okay. Golden apple. This is nugget, that's ingots, but we can do that, that's fine. The feeder here is going to feed the cows. Yeah, makes sense, huh? The cows. The cows are going to be bred, and when they're being fed with wheat, they get make babies, and then we take the baby separator, which sounds really nasty, but it's not that bad, honestly. It's gonna pick up the babies and put them in their own pen, which is nice. So that gives you a bit more space, gives the babies some time to grow up. Once they've grown up, another separator sends the adults here. You know, babies go in here. Once they're grown up, they go in here. It requires an adult filter, but that's easy enough to make. Just some gold egg and some plastic. So adults go in here, and I'm afraid here it's the mob crusher that's gonna end it all for them. And that's gonna give us our beef. So I wonder if you already know what I'm gonna make. That doesn't, well, it requires fruit, but I'm gonna do strawberries, because strawberries grow on regular farmland, which is much nicer than the tree. Ah, 2 more worms. Okay. These buildings are gonna be food storage, production, and I'm gonna build a kitchen from cooking for blockheads. I have an idea, and I was testing something also after a tip from Grok, and I hope it's gonna work out nicely. We'll see. And you can see maybe from the poles that this is gonna be 4 high, that's gonna be 5 high, and that is going to be 6 high. And I'm gonna try and make doors on the slanted walls. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna work. It's gonna. Oh, this, by the way, is chiseled dirt, which is quite nice. Oh, we got more. That's a funny fact. If you use these worms, they till the ground for you, and when they do, you have a chance of getting additional worms. Nice, huh? Okay, so in case you haven't caught on yet, here more. I'm gonna keep those. I'm gonna make the. I'm gonna make a delighted meal. I like hamburgers and fries and smoothies. I can't eat them as much as I would like to in real life, so yeah. Now, they're not that hard to make, really. It's potato with salt for the fries and bakeware, which means we can autocraft this. It's any smoothie, for any fruit smoothie, and like I said, we're gonna go for strawberry, but basically it's the same thing. Snowball, fruit, and a juicer. We can autocraft this. Snowballs we can make in a, glacial precipitator from water, easy enough, or a centrifugal separator. No, that was another machine. Oh, the no. I'm pretty sure I saw another machine that did it. Oh, the froster. The froster can make snowballs. So, and I might stick to industrial for going for that. So that's automatable. Then we have the deluxe cheeseburger, which is lettuce and tomato, easy to grow, and a cheeseburger, which is cheese and a hamburger. Now the cheese is a tricky part. I'm gonna need milk or soy milk and salt. So I'm gonna go for soy. I like soy. Well, I don't like soy milk in real life, but I do like it in Minecraft. So I'm gonna go for soy, and that also works out nicely for the butter I need, which is silken tofu and salt. All of this is craftable. Nothing needs to be cooked. Even the toast doesn't need cooking, just needs bread. The bread can be crafted or cooked, but I'm probably gonna just craft it. We'll see. It's a bit more expensive. And then, yeah, the prime steak is gonna be raw, which we're gonna get from the farm. I was thinking of the ground trap. I even tested this for a bit. The flesh from Bios of Plenty, and I mean, that's easy enough to come by in the Nether, right? But unfortunately, if you do that, I tested this with a whole stack. Let's see, where's my beef? Beef. I tested a whole stack of flesh, and I got like about 15 or 20 pieces of meat, and only one steak, one beef. And the rest was just chicken and button and whatnot. But you know, less than 25%, I think, from one. So that's not reliable at all. All right, I'm going to. Let's see, how far are we? We got 30. It's almost 4. That's not enough. Now, this is gonna take power, and I'm gonna need items coming out. I'm gonna get fluid from the mob crusher, I think. Let's see, mob crusher. T will collect drop items and transform experience orbs into essence. And when, oh, I can also do an adult field. Oh, that is interesting. I don't need this separator. I don't need a second separator because I can tell that to only kill the adults. So then I would only have 2 farms, and I wouldn't need this farm. Ah, Well, it does save a machine and a range add-on. I didn't know that. I knew the adult filter works on the baby separator, so that instead of pulling babies into another pan, it's putting adults into another pan. Mob crusher adult filter. Alright, I will do that. So, harvesting is going to be done by the cyclic harvester, which has quite a large range and a low tick rate, and I quite like that. And that's a simple recipe. The hardest part is the dispenser, which in this pack is actually quite simple because everything is stackable. Most people complain about the dispensers because they're not stackable. They are here. Harvester. Also, I want to make a bunch of crowds, and I already made some. I'm making a bit more. Let's see, do we have any fuel in here? Let's see, no, that should not be enough. Let's do 24. Okay. Oh, we actually have tiny coal in here. So this conduit binder is from Immersive Engineering. And it's actually really, really good. And I made some metals in the smeltery over there, which is not too hard. So pulsating iron is a ender pearl with some iron. So one ender pearl is 250 millibuckets with 2 ingots of iron gives you 2 ingots of molten pulsating iron, which turns into this. Then we have, what is this again? Conductive iron, which is redstone and iron. Now redstone is really slow to melt, so you'll be glad I did this off camera. Redstone I think is 100 for 1 piece, so, and that's 4 ingots for 4 ingots, and so yeah, and then apparently it's no, not 4 ingots, that's a quarter of an ingot. Anyway, conductive iron. Now this stuff, really nice stuff, you get 2, which is great. I like that. Let's do half these here, and that's gonna give me item conduits, and do half these here, and we have a quest which is energy conduits. So I really love the Ender IO conduits. If you're not aware of them, I will show you how they work. But basically, I can transfer items across these, and I can transfer power across these. And there's a few more. There's also fluid conduits, and then there's ME conduit for applied energistics. There's a redstone conduit for signals. And for energy, I made the lowest, but you can make a higher tier if you want. And the beauty is that in the same block space I can have an energy conduit and an item conduit, which is really cool. Now I should make a Yetta wrench for this. Let's see. Yetta wrench is gear, stone gear, and electrical steel. I don't have electrical steel yet, and I doubt I can smelt that. Yeah, I didn't think I could. No, so Yetta wrench is gonna have to wait a bit until I have like an induction smelter or an alloy furnace or the alloy smelter. One of those things I'll make, and then I can make a wrench. I don't need it, but it's just really nice to have. Now these I'm gonna be placing underground. Oh yeah, I only had 8 ingots. Underground in the farm, so it's all nice and hidden. I will need to make some of these into facades eventually. And then facades can be put into a painting machine, which is also not that hard, but again requires electrical steel. And then I can have my conduits masked to look like something else. For now, I think they'll be fine underground. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that's one thing. Is I discovered this by accident. You know, I got the purple crystal shulker box as a loot chest reward, and I noticed that if I have an item in my hand, I can right click and it will go into the shulker box. I can't pick it out. I can see what's in here, but I can't take it out. But this is really cool. Okay, let's see. I have plenty of dirt. Right. I need the following food items. I need cheese and butter, which comes from soybeans. I need potato, strawberry, lettuce, tomato, soybean, and wheat. Now we have, let's see, we have seeds for the wheat. I'm pretty sure I had more than these. Yeah, see, I knew that. Okay, so we have the seeds. The question, do we have potatoes? We don't have many potatoes. We have some tomatoes. We do not have potatoes. Maybe they're outside. Let's see. Can I? Let's have a look from this from the top, because I may have a field of tomatoes. Yeah, right there, and wheat as well. So that's fine. We'll get it from over there. And I need to get back in. There's another thing that you can do. If I put one tomato or some tomatoes in here, in some packs, let's see if it's in here, I can press T and it will show you the chest it's in, which is really nice. So no strawberries, no lettuce, no soybean. Yes, wheat. We know wheat. But strawberries come from Windy Garden. Lettuce comes from, lettuce seeds. Let's see, lettuce seeds comes from, no, come on, it comes from, oh, also Windy Garden. Then why does this show it here? Weird. Tomato from the Shaded Garden, and soybean from the Tropical Garden. So we have Shaded Gardens, we have we should have more gardens than this. Windy Gardens. So where's my tropical? I don't have tropical gardens. I need tropical gardens, or I need a farm. Tropical gardens are probably found in different biome. Okay. Let's see. Let's go out here. Now, if I used to just break them, and then you get the actual garden. If I just right click and regular break them, I get fruits. And what was it again? I need strawberry and lettuce. Looks like I've got most of the food except for the soybean. I've got potatoes, tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, wheat, and I need the soybeans. I need to find tropical gardens. According to my nature's compass, it's only 538 blocks in that direction. Let's have a look. For a jungle biome, that is. And the jungle biome should have the tropical gardens. Well, according to the wiki, there should be tropical gardens here. I'm finding shaded gardens. I mean, not to say that shaded gardens shouldn't grow here, but I've not found any tropical garden at all in this whole jungle. It's not a huge jungle, I agree. But still, I would have expected to find one. So, now I'm trying to think, did we make a market yet or not? Well, I hadn't. So there's two markets. There's the one from PEMS, which is rather annoying, and then there's the one for farming for blockheads. PEMS is disabled, which is good. It is slightly expensive, needing a block of emeralds, which is a shame. And we also need some emeralds to trade, but that's okay. Let's see, I'm gonna put it, for now, this is gonna be our... What? Man, I thought he was gonna dig up from here. I didn't think he would fall. Wow. Okay, that honestly scared me. Every time you place him down, he gets a new name. We call him Emerald Muncher, like that. Unlike the market from PAMS, in the market from Cooking for Blockheads, you can search. You can search for soybean, which is much nicer. I really, really like this one much better. I mean, apart from this dude, well, looking at the eyebrows, I don't know what they are. But yeah, I like it. So we have one soybean. There you go. Plant. And I'll plant some other stuff here as well. But I think this is already running a bit long. I'm gonna get more of the tiny dry rubber. I'm gonna probably set up some of the machines, and then I'm gonna show you how they work and how the cabling is done underneath that in the next episode. I should see about claiming some quests, because let's see, we have this one won't, it just won't. I don't know. Oh, we have a choice reward here. Oh, that's what I missed. Okay, claim. The flask is not bad. Let's see. Random stuffish here. Did I? Yeah, no, actually, I think that's it. I think that I may have claimed some quests in between. Not sure. Not sure, to be honest. Well, okay. So I'm afraid no quests to claim here today. Even though we did make it. I hear something here from Endario, right? But maybe it was just an advancement? Oh well, we'll see. Industrial forgoing here. We should probably start it. Yeah, we're doing it. Give me the manual. Ah, we made this one. We do get some stuff here. Processing unit and rubber. All right, let's quickly grab the rubber. Oh. Okay. We will turn this into the bigger rubber, and we will cook this with the tiny coal right here. Take this out. Take hello, you and you, and you and you. I have too much stuff on me. Let's see, I don't need you, I don't need you. Why do I have these turnips in my hand? Parsnips, whatever they are. Okay. So, we did all of these. Ha! Yeah, we're not doing that yet. We will be going for the mob. I may have to make the mob imprisonment tool first, which is not bad. It does require a gas tier, and we have one. So that way I can claim the mob crusher. Yeah, right, with the builder duplicator. It's nice. The mob duplicator, once you get your mob, you put it in here, it just spawns and spawns and spawns, and then your crusher kills them. which is quite nice. Alright, claim. Thank you. We have a book, which we'll put, I don't know. For now, I don't know. I'll make a bookcase somewhere. I mean, I need to make a base, right, at some point, and with some proper storage anyway, so yeah, why not? Okay, I don't have any room in my inventory. I should clean up. Alright, let's see what we get. Compacting drawers. I like those. I really do like those. I mean, it's only 2, but I really do like those. I mean, I was gonna make them anyway, right? So yeah. Status upgrade, fill level, meh. Meh, not so much. Impregnated casing could be fun if we start doing the bees. Yeah, that was it. Next episode. I may need a bit more time again, like I did this time, in between episodes. We'll see. But next episode, I hopefully have a building, and we're gonna make a kitchen, and we're gonna make machines. Well, I'm gonna make machines, and I mean, you want to watch me do this? I'm gonna go for the machine frame, by the way. I could make the simple machine chassis, but then I need grains for infinity. I could do that, I guess. And iron. This is also for iron and tin, so it doesn't matter all that much. This is more iron. The steel, I don't have steel yet, and I don't. Well, this is more redstone instead of the tin. So yeah, I'm gonna just go for this one. See, it's just malt crusher, book, swords, golds. I mean, the gears are all just 4 ingots, whether it's a tin gear or a gold gear or an iron gear. A separator, purple dye. We get that from Botania, right? We have the flower powder, emeralds. I might just make the one then. Animal feeder, I showed you that, the carrot sample, golds, blah blah, got that. Adult filter, not that hard. Range add-on, easier even still. I only need the 1 add-on, so we go from 1 to 3 with the 1 add-on. And this is also for the animals, because we have the cyclic harvester for the crops. But that's gonna be done in the next episode, and a bunch of it as well in between. So hope you will watch again next time. Thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any feedback, just let me know in the comment section. And also check out the description of the video for links to FTOG, to join our Discord, and maybe even our Enigmatica 2 server if you would like to. So thank you very much for watching, and take care. Bye bye.